Hey, beautiful people in this lovely group. Greg Jones here on a beautiful sunny day here in the lovely town of Motueka at the top of the South Island here in New Zealand. If you'd love to throw in the chat where you're from, if you're watching this live or watching the recording, let us know. Let us know what part of the world you're in and what it's like where you are and what wins you've been having the last week. Even let us know what's going on in your life, what's new, what's happened. What makes last week different from the week before? For those who don't know me, g'day, Greg Jones here. I'm a certified creation coach. And what that means is I help people, I guide people to create what it is that they love. And for no other reason than because they love it. And it's a real honor to be certified in this work and be able to be in this advanced conscious education work because it's natural, it's fast, and it's easy. We don't just shift beliefs and make some changes and tweak a few things. We actually remove the emotion and feeling off the memory that's getting in the way of us being able to take action to have what we want. It's really, really powerful stuff. And yes, of course, you still can have what you want. And some of you beautiful people have what you want with success around business or your job or your income or online, whatever it may be. And that's beautiful. But there may be other areas in your life that you're just not winning. It could be in the relationships, it could be with the children, it could be with the workmates, it could be with your true purpose. You might find your true nature and purpose is not quite there, but you're having great success financially. You might find that you're on your true purpose and creating a little bit of success financially. You might be starting the process, having great relationships with your partner, but not relationships with your friends or your children. Doesn't matter what it is. If there's resistance to any of that, this is where we come in with this advanced work. It's basically removing that resistance that's in the middle of stopping you having it. Now that having it, if you've never done it before, will be something new, something you've never done before, something that's new that you want because you love it, but there's too much resistance. And that's exactly what today's call's about. Letting go of the fear of losing it all so you can have what you want. Because I certainly know on my journey, the fear of creating everything that I have since I've been on this awesome journey the last 3 years plus has been absolutely amazing, but it's been so challenging. And yes, I've lost a lot of stuff on the way because I've had to let it go and things have to change because it just is. Because when you want to change and have a different outcome, you've got to change your current situation. If you think you're going to change a situation by doing the things the same, then that's what they call being insane. Because you're insane if you keep doing the same actions, wanting a different result. So in this work, we have our true choices, which I won't go into too much today. We can do that on other calls or reach out if you want to know about it. Or jump on and have a look at the YouTube channel. There's heaps of cool content, free content on there for you. But we have choices that we want to go for just because we love it. And everything that I get my clients to create in the masterclass, the certification, or the one-on-one is all based around choosing what you want because you love it. And when you love it, the passion's there, the energy goes up. It's so much easier to take the action and focus on it. But there still will be resistance if it's new, brand new. Like for me with my public speaking, doing live events was a brand new thing. The fear of losing it all if I got it wrong, the fear of getting it wrong, the fear of being judged and rejected and all this crazy stuff that went on that was making me feel like I wasn't safe, making me feel like I didn't belong. Who's ever had one of those feelings? Throw a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a feeling around not belonging or not safe. Or throw a 1 in if you've even got not worthy or not good enough or not capable. Whatever these things that we go through, that little bird on our shoulder pops up and says, hey, you can't do that. You haven't done it before. It might not be safe. You might do that and feel bad. You might experience loss or failure. So the little birdie puts all this information into our field to hold us back, to stop us creating that. It thinks it's doing us a favor, but it's not when we really want it. When our conscious part of our brain's like, I really want that, sounds like fun. So if you've experienced that, just think about how often you experience this resistance that stops you taking action. And maybe you want to leave a job and go on and start an online business or become a coach or whatever it may be. And you love the concept and all the rest of it, but you have that fear of losing it all if you do it. Now, that fear of losing it all is not true. But in some cases, depending on what you're going for, it can be really strong. And it can actually stop you from creating it. Or it can actually create you to fail so that you can prove to yourself that you got it wrong. And that you're not worthy, and then you need to go back to what you were doing where you were safe. Crazy. I've certainly noticed in the last 12 to 18 months in this world that we live in, there's a lot of craziness, that's for sure. But there's also a massive shift with you beautiful people. There's more male coaches out there making more light to lighten up the darkness. There's more people out there going into conscious work. The personal development industry, for example, is huge. Younger people are getting more involved in this work. And we can know why. Because it's everything repeats itself. We were connected to ourselves, to our consciousness, way before, hundreds of years ago, before all these rules and regulations and crazy stuff came in that was programming us in a certain way. Before that, we were all free. We were entrepreneurs and we could create whatever we wanted to. If we want to be a builder or a dressmaker or a shoemaker, we just did it because we loved the idea. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So whatever your true nature's purpose is, if you're going for that and you have a fear of losing it all, then this call is for you. If you want to create an online business, be a coach, create anything and have a fear of losing it, then this call is for you. It's a very powerful call. It's a very simple call. And I'm going to do a little process to remove what's in the way for you. It's a process called the 3 Circle. It's something I created myself out of all the stuff that I learned. It's very quick and it's very easy, and I'm having massive success with it. So just have a think about, what is it that you want to create? I want you to think about, what do you want to create just because you love it? Have a think about that. Have a think about having that. How will it change your life? Have a think about that. Taking the action, working the extra hours, investing the money, making new contacts, creating new things. Think about all the work you're going to have to do to create that. Think about how you're going to have to change yourself and a lot of things that you'll lose to create this new thing. And maybe less TV time or less play time or social time, because you're now going to put your head down, bum up, and start creating this new thing. Now, this is exactly the thing the unconscious doesn't like, purely from survival, because anything new, it doesn't know if you're going to survive. So I want you to think about that creation you're just thinking about now, and I want you to close your eyes with me and step into it. And I want you to say to yourself, I choose the end result of, and then that choice, the end result of a successful business or whatever it may be for you, health, love, relationships, whatever. Choose it and step into it. And I want you to see this creation in its future self. I want you to see the excitement and fun of creating it. Notice who you're with. Notice what it's like to have it all. What can you see, touch? What can you smell in this beautiful creation? Smell the smells. If there's anything around that you can hear the sounds. If you're inside, outside, nature, cars, traffic, people, hear all the sounds in this beautiful choice. And just times the beautiful emotions and feelings by 10 of just having it all and just choosing how beautiful it is to have it. And then notice what it's like, having this beautiful creation. And then I want you to notice there's some resistance there or something going on trying to pull you back. I want you then to keep your eyes closed, come back to now to being on this call with me to your current reality. And I want you to look forward to that desired reality, that choice, and ask your unconscious, what fear is in the way? The fear of losing it all, the fear of losing money, the fear of losing friends or family, or the fear of being rejected, the fear of getting it wrong, the fear of not being good enough or not capable, and then that proving to yourself. What if we just losing it all? If we put it into just a fear of losing it all? Just notice what that means to you. Notice that resistance that's in the way. Looking at that desired reality, that choice, and then open your eyes. We can see there that resistance, that fear. So if we want to go create this choice, in my experience anyway, and a really good recommendation to you beautiful people, is we need to get rid of that fear to make taking the actions easy and clear and not getting all muddled up and little monkey chatter and all the rest of it. So we've got a beautiful process we'll do shortly called the 3 circle, as I mentioned, and it's going to remove this fear and the outcome. And what we're going to do is I want you to pick 2 or 3 things that you love to do and just have a wee think about what they are. Throw one of them in the chat. Like you love outdoors. Who loves being outdoors? Who loves family? Who loves being around their family, their own family or others' families, their partners' families? It might be that you just love being around your friends. You may not have families yet, your own families, etc. It might be just friends that you love, being around friends socially. It might be that you love serving others. What does that mean to you? Being a coach or a mentor or a teacher. It might be that you love sport. What sports do you love? Think about the sports. Throw sports in the comments if that's for you. The basketball, or the rugby, or the tennis, or the running, or the cycling. What is it for you? How about music? Who here loves music? Throw music in the chat. I love music. Music's great. Used to be a DJ, been in the music scene for a good 20 years. A lot of fun. Had all sorts of venues and parties and all sorts of cool stuff. Great choice. Love music. Real connection with people. Having a blast. What else? What about just being a great parent? Throw parent in the comments. I just love being a great parent. Whatever it is there's some beautiful examples of focusing on what you want just because you love it. And I want you to notice all those beautiful things and how the vibration and energy around the focus of those is so much fun. It's more fun than thinking negative thoughts and all the crap that's in the way. Getting it wrong, the fear of losing it all. Come back to desired reality again. Just notice how much fun on a higher frequency that is. Now, we can sort of look at either way of that beautiful choice of having those choices that we want to create. Or we could also look at the other side of it, which generally we do, and because we just do, the way society teaches us, the feeling of being broke. What does that mean to you to have the feeling of being broke? I want you to close your eyes again and now step into that. Step into the situation you've broke. You may have lost it all, or made, unfortunately, a bad decision, or whatever you owned, there was a crash and you lost the value, or the business failed, or whatever it may be for you, but it just didn't work this time. Luck wasn't on your side. You didn't take the right actions because you didn't know what to take, made a couple of mistakes, whatever, but you just broke. And then open your eyes. Completely different feeling, isn't it? The feeling of having lack or less or being broke, if we're stuck in that for too long and stay in there, we'll simply get more of it. So as we're sitting in that feeling of being broke and we look forward to what we want to create, we notice that resistance. We notice that I'm not good enough, or I'm not capable, or the fear of losing it all if it was to go for it again, even though I've not got much to offer. Can't leave my job because I've got too much debt, whatever it may be. We just have to let it all go. We just have to let it all go and step into our end result and remove what's in the way of stopping us having it. The fear of losing it all. So I want you to think about a time in your life when you had a lot of money and life was easy. Close your eyes and step into that. You had a lot of money and life was easy. Step into that and you notice the joy and the fun. In a past memory, it could be 12 months, 5 years, 10 years ago. Just notice that time when you were younger. Money flowed, money was easy. And if you can't remember a memory around that, just make it up. Just make it up there in a past memory. You did have lots of money and life was easy. And just notice how much better that feels as a life to live. And then open up your eyes. It's such a pattern in this life, and I see it with myself in the past and my clients, is going from having a success and then to having some failure. Having success and then having some failure. And whether that's relationships or money or health or whatever, it never used to stay the same, or never stays the same for you. It's like a rocking chair. We call this isolating, sorry. And it basically means we're moving in of your desired reality and then back out again, oscillating. That's the word, oscillating. Moving from your current reality to your desired reality. Just swinging to and fro. Having something, having some wins, having some success, things are great. And then all of a sudden, oh no, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I've got the fear of losing it all. I need to take some more action in the next couple of days. So I start taking some action. I have some wins or things going well. Oh, not so good anymore. And this is because our unconscious has these feelings and emotions attached to the memories that it keeps pulling us back to keep us safe. So today we're going to remove the fear around whatever it is for you, losing it all, or the fear of failure, whatever comes up for you as an outcome. So I want you to close your eyes and think about that word fear and what comes up for you. Just think about the word fear, what comes up. I want you to think about what is the outcome of fear. I want you to pick 2 or 3 words that is an outcome of fear. Losing it all, rejection, failure, not good enough, ridiculed by the family, become bankrupt. What are these outcomes from your fear? Just notice them. This is the only process in this work. Just keep your eyes closed while you're in that field. This is the only process that we focus on our current reality for a little bit to shift what's in the way. And now go forward, keep your eyes closed, go now into that desired reality again. Go into that beautiful choice of everything you love. The business, the coaching, the music, the art, the parenting, the family, the relationships, whatever. Now go into there and step into that beautiful feeling and know what it's like. Beautiful. And just breathe it all in. Filling up the tummy and letting it out. Just knowing what it's like, how beautiful that it is. And then when you're ready, you can open up your eyes and come on back. So if we're going to draw 3 circles, the first circle is everything that we love. Can't really read that. Let's do 3 circles. Everything that you love is circle 3. Circle 2 and circle 1. Circle 1 is what you don't want, which today we're going to put the word fear in there. And here is going to be the outcome of what you don't want. Can't really read that. Let's see, I'll close that line. How's that? That's better. So we've got here what you don't want. Then we've got the outcome, and then we've got what you love. Now, we've gone through these 3 circles in this call here today. So I want you to think about that don't want, about that fear. And that fear could be a fear of losing it all. So the outcome of losing it all would be to, what, be broke? Rejection? Lonely? What is an outcome of fear to you? What does it mean to you? I want you to think about 2 or 3 words or write them down in front of you, the pen and paper, the outcome of what you don't want. If you're watching the recording, feel free to push pause, go get some paper and come on back. So the outcomes of what we don't want. Outcomes. Outcomes of fear. It could be stress. It can be anxiety. if it's a fear of the future. It could be some depression if it's a fear of the past. The depression comes from, I hope that doesn't happen again. What if it does? I don't like that idea. The fear of what's happened in the past. Anxiety is what's going to happen in the future. What if it happens again and it doesn't work out? What if I get it wrong? Because once again, that's all come from survival patterns from the past that we've survived a traumatic experience. So our unconscious keeps living it out. Unconscious just keeps living it out, thinking that we need it to survive, and we don't. And this is what's beautiful about this great work here, is we can actually remove what's in the way so we can have everything that we love, which is exactly circle 3. So in here, I want you to write what you love: family, friends, outdoors, food, music. What do you love to do? Teaching, being a parent. What do you love to do just because you want to do it? Put a few keywords into here that you love in circle number 3. And now I want you to look at what the words you put into here. Well, number 1's pretty easy with a fear, but think of your outcomes and think of what you love. Don't want fear. The outcome is losing it all, or whatever it means to you. Add a couple in there. And the beautiful love, circle number 3. So let's do this little process and actually remove the fear of losing it all. Let's just remove it out, or the fear of losing it all, whatever other outcomes that it means to you in there of losing it all. You know, embarrassment around the family, or being in debt, whatever it may be. Put that one in there. Beautiful. So take a big breath and close your eyes. It's not hypnosis or trance. It's not a recode. You don't have to give me permission. It's just a simple process to remove this fear that is not serving you in any way or form. So closing those beautiful eyes, I want you to focus on 3 circles in front of you, circles 1, 2, and 3. These beautiful circles are rings of white energy. You can call them rings if you want to. As long as you've got these 3 circles just out into your field that you can notice, set the intention to get the most out of this process. It just is. It just is awesome. In circle number 1, I want you to put the word fear. And then in circle 2, which is the outcomes, what you don't want, I want you to put losing it all. Stress, debt, rejection, lonely, anxiety, depression, whatever it is to you is a meaning of the outcome to don't want of fear. Just a don't want of fear and the outcome, what it means to you in circle 2. And throw those words into circle 2 and mix them all up. And then what I want you to do is to look at circle 3 and put in circle 3 all the words that you love to do. The outdoors, the family, the friends, the business, serving others, food, music, whatever it is, put it into circle 3 and mix them all up. And as you're looking at that, just notice circle 3 has a lot more energy. It's higher, it's fun, it's more you, it's everything you want. And then I want you to look at circle 1, which is what you don't want, that fear. And then what I want you to do is look at circle 2, the middle one, and move it along and put it on top of circle 1. Take a big breath in and breathing out, and put everything from circle 2 into circle 1, the outcomes and you don't wants together. So you get the fear, you get losing it all, the rejection, the lonely, anxiety, the debt, stress, whatever it is for you, put it all into that circle and mix it up like vegetable soup. Just mix it all together in that circle, that white energy ring. All the don't want, all the outcome mixing together. And now I want you to visualize circle 3, and I want you to move it along and put it on top of what the don't want circle is. So now just have one circle, and inside that's the don't want, the outcomes and everything that you love. So you've got the fear of losing it all, the rejection, the stress, the debt, the anxiety, depression, the loneliness, being broke. And in there, just pour into the family, the friends, the outdoor, the food, the music, the fishing, the traveling, the children, the grandchildren. Pouring everything you love into that circle so it becomes a high energy circle. And just notice as you're pouring everything you love in there, throw some love hearts in there as well. Throw some kisses in there as well, whatever it may be for you. Throw the beautiful high energy goodness into there and notice how everything in this circle is changing. Notice it change. Mix it all up like vegetable soup. Think of a time, like we mentioned before, that where you were happy and you got it right and everything was beautiful. Pour that into that circle. Put that memory in there, all memories from the past where you're having a beautiful time when you got it right and you're full of love and gratitude. Pour it into that circle, that's right, and mix it all together. Beautiful. And mixing it all together, take a big breath again and open your eyes and come on back. Beautiful. Well done. So that's a 3-circle process. We can remove things pretty fast. Throw in the comments how that was for you. Say on a score of 10, 10 being I was stuck, it was difficult, and it was too hard to push through it, and 1 being it was easy. What number were you before and what number are you after this process? Just notice it. So like 10 would be like, oh, it's too much outcomes in the way. I couldn't take action. There's too much of this. And number 1 is I was doing it anyway. And then think how you are now. How does it feel? When you think about fear of losing it all, what comes up? Notice that it's different. Notice that it's changed. So what I want you to do is to focus on that beautiful circle of everything that you loved. And I want you to write down what actions you're going to take to create more of it. Write all the actions down. Thank you so much for watching this call. I'm sure you got a lot out of it. You're probably feeling a bit lighter, a little bit more focused, and that's beautiful. If anybody out there is interested in learning more about this work from a certification as a coach, wanting to add it to what you're currently doing or starting something new, please feel free to reach out because we have an awesome certification in this work. And the 3 circles, the first one you learn, a little bit more to it than what today we just did a small version. But if you're interested in getting certified in this advanced conscious education, please feel free to reach out or put in the comments, yes, please, the certification. We can get together on a connection call and I can explain to you how it works. And then if it's for you, we can certainly help you to guide you to move forward in however you choose. So thank you so much for watching this call. This is Greg Jones out here on the 7th of August, 23. Love it. Take care. Don't forget, take action and live a life you love. Thanks for watching.